What's going on, y'all? It's David of Dawhveed, and today's video is going to be part 2 of my series of the best guns for flak for each category of weapons, so shotguns, pistols, assault rifles, etc. But before I get into the list, I would like to thank all of you amazing viewers just one last time, because I recently hit my 1K sub mark on my channel and I got accepted into the YouTube Partner Program. I 100% could not have done this without all of you amazing people watching. I'm celebrating this huge personal milestone of mine with all of you and giving back with a giveaway for you guys in my Discord channel. So make sure to head on over there and enter to win some amazing prizes. I'll leave the link to the Discord in the pinned comment below, so go check that out. Okay, so jumping into my top 5 pistols list for flak, I'll be going over why I chose them, what kind of builds you can use for them, where you can farm for them, and what variations and anointments that I recommend you use. At the number 5 spot on my list, I have the Pestilence legendary pistol manufactured by the COV. This pistol only comes in the radiation element, which happens to be my favorite element. I recommend using this gun with some sort of like elemental damage crit hybrid build, and I highly recommend using a red suit shield with it. What the red suit does is it makes you 100% immune to radiation damage. The Pestilence is a COV gun, and most COV guns break after a certain amount of time being spent fired. This one just happens to blow up in a radiation damage cloud that not only hurts enemies around you, but also hurts you as well, unless you have the red suit. You can find the Pestilence from the Silvestro crew challenge or the Heckle and Hyde crew challenge. Silvestro is a part of the pair that you fight out here in the Tazandir ruins, and Heckle and Hyde are found here on the Jacob's estate. As for the anointments for the Pestilence, I recommend the Gamma Burst one if you're using it for a Gamma Burst build, but if you aren't, the standard 100/125 ASE ones work, or the elemental damage ones. I'll only be leaving these up for a little while after each gun, so make sure to pause if you need more time to read them. Coming up at the number 4 spot, I have the Servos Execute legendary pistol manufactured by Tediore. This gun does pretty mediocre damage at face value, but where this gun really shines is its Tediore chuck ability. If you hit an enemy with the reload animation of the Execute, that enemy takes 50% increased damage from all sources for I think about like 12 seconds, but the caveat is that it only works if you empty the entire clip. I made an Ampliflak video where I use all sorts of crazy debuffs to test the limits of this thing, and I was only able to reload this about 3 or 4 times successfully with all of the other debuffs, and the debuffs totaled up to 1040%. I'll make sure to leave you guys the link for that video in case you're curious on how I was able to stack up to 1040% in debuffs. Basically, you want to be using this gun as like a debuffer, not as your main DPS tool. I have a bunch of flak support guides if you're interested in using this gun, so definitely go check those out, because support debuffing flak is honestly like supremely underrated with all of the crit flak builds. If you want to farm for your own Servos Execute, head on over to Desolation's Edge in Necrotafeo and fight General Trant, come across one in no time, or just take down Wotan over and over. I recommend finding whatever element one that you enjoy using. I personally love radiation guns because that's my favorite element in the game, but shock, corrosive, fire, or whatever are all good options. As for anointments, as you can probably tell from when I was going over the build, the Rack Slag one is perfect for this gun, by far the best one that you can use for the flak. Since this gun isn't your main DPS tool, that's really the only anointment that I recommend for it. Smack dab in the middle of my list at the number 3 spot, I have the Unforgiven legendary pistol manufactured by Jacobs. The Unforgiven is the crit machine in this game. This gun normally isn't your main weapon for DPS builds, but instead use the crit swap to with other high damage dealing guns, such as the Scourge. In this video, I go over a build I used to farm Graveward and completely obliterate him in one single shot on Mayhem 4 difficulty. This method of crit swapping with the Unforgiven can be translated to other things too, not just the Scourge. Using this combo with grenades such as the Hunter Seeker or the Hex Grenade can allow you to dish out crit damage while shooting, or even use to get ammo back with Leave No Trace. This gun can be used as your main weapon in some sort of like one-shot build. You'll just have to make sure to remember your ABCs for that though. Always be critting, because this gun's base damage is low to even out its incredibly high crit damage. To find the Unforgiven, head on over to Floodmore Basin on Eden 6 and take down the Indo Tyrant. I recommend you farm until you find the 432% crit damage version, because that's how you can get the most bang for your buck. As for the anointments, since I recommend this gun for crit swapping mainly, I don't really have any other suggestions other than the 100/125 weapon damage ones. You can use the Rack Slag anointment if you're using this gun as your main DPS source though, and it should work out pretty well. At the number 2 spot on my list, I have the Lucky 7 legendary pistol, also made by Jacobs. This gun is extremely powerful in the correct situation. Daquan, a fellow flak YouTuber, did make a build where you can pretty much run around and massacre all enemies on any mayhem level with the right rolls on this gun. I won't go too much into detail because he does a really good job of doing so in his video, but basically the Lucky 7 has a unique gimmick where every reload you gain between 1 to 5 bonuses, and with the right combination of the bonuses you can just blow through everything. If you'd like to try out this crazy gimmicky gun, you'll first need the Moxie's Heist of the Handsome Jackpot DLC, then all you have to do is go to Scrap Trap Prime in the compactor area. I recommend you get the 100/125 damage annoyance, the elemental damage annoyance if you're using an elemental build, the rack slag one, or even the splash damage one because one of the rules can give you explosive rounds and it does work with this anointment. Lastly, rounding out the final spot on my best pistols for flak list, I have the legendary Maggie pistol, which is again manufactured by Jacobs. I've carried this gun pretty much with me since the game came out. It's such an incredibly solid gun with a decent sized clip and it packs a hell of a punch. It shoots out 6 pellets per shot and can fire about as fast as you can press the trigger button. Your best bet is to use this gun close to medium range to an enemy and just let it rip on them. You can't really ever go wrong bringing this gun with you on any build, but one of my builds that I recommend you try this on is my Violet Fireworks flak build to blow enemies up in a light show of slaughtering. To farm for the Maggie, you'll have to grind out the Cistern of Slaughter in Promethea and take down the Tremendous Rex on the final wave. Look for the Dastardly prefix because that should be the one with the highest DPS. As for anointments, I recommend the Rack Slag one, the standard 100/125 ASE damage ones, or even the Kill Skill one if you're using a pistol only build. And that, my friends, is going to wrap it up for my top 5 pistols for flak list. If you like the video, please make sure to go rack attack that thumbs up button because it helps my channel out a ton and I appreciate the heck out of you guys for it. If you'd like to chat with me in my growing community every day and come be a part of this, come on over to my Discord server where myself and several others love to chat and share items for each other across all platforms. If you enjoyed the series and are left wanting more, make sure to let me know in the comments below and go gamma burst that subscribe button and notification bell so you don't miss out on my next videos. I'll be continuing the series and releasing the top 5 assault rifles to use for flak really soon, so keep your eyes peeled. That's going to be it for me. As always, thank you all so much for watching till the end, and I'll check you all in the next video. See ya!